Oh my.
Is this, my crew gon' step. All I know is this, my boys gon' rap. My crew gon' step. My crew gon' step. My crew gon' step. My crew gon' step. My crew gon' step.
National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together, or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Undefeated Lexington Minutemen at 11-0 against the Ashland Arrows at 3-9 here live from Arrow Arena. Welcome into the broadcast, Brandon Wells and Dave Swartz up in the new perch here, Dave, and a good sight line up here as we moved away from courtside. Now we're up high. You can also hear us on the OH report as well. Thanks for joining us there as well, Dave. Tough assignment here tonight for the against the undefeated Lexington Minutemen.
Yeah, going to be a real tough game here for the Arrows. I mean, we were there in the first meeting of these two teams, and the Arrows hung around for quite a while in that game. So if they can hang around again, that maybe gives them a little spark and a little life.
Coach Scott Hamilton's squad has really been dominant on both sides of offense and defense. 49% from the field. They're holding opponents to 35% from the field.
Yeah, that's an amazing stat right there to be able to do something like that.
Plus 13 on the rebounding side as well. So Nathan Bernhardt and this smaller Arrows lineup has their work cut out for them on the boards.
Yeah, definitely got their work cut out. And, you know, we've talked multiple times in our broadcast, you know, rebounding, that's going to win a lot of games for you right there.
Each week throughout the high school sports season, we'll select the iHeartRadio Athlete of the Week, presented by the Neil Cady Insurance Agency of Ashland and Norwalk, specializing in auto, home, life, and business insurance. Get a free quote at neilcadyinsurance.com. That's Neil, K-A-D-E-Y, insurance.com. See photos and read about all of our athletes at WNCOAM.com. Taking a look at the OCC standings, Dave, and you've got, you know, the Arrows sort of obviously down near the bottom, but this Lexington squad has just been dominant. 11-0, overall 7-0, but Mansfield Senior and New Philly right behind them at 5-2.
Yeah, you know, we've seen some of these teams play, and kind of that, looking at that Ohio Cardinal Conference standings, it's kind of where you expect it to be at with those guys, all these teams right now. Ashland has been in a lot of close games up until, you know, the last few minutes of them. They've done really well, and they just couldn't get over the hump a lot of times, or they'd be right in that mix, I think, with Mansfield Senior and New Philly.
Well, you're starting Gabe Baith and Nathan Bernhardt, two freshmen, and then you've got three seniors. And a freshman is one of your guys coming off the bench in Paxton Ediger, and a senior in Camden Mowry. So you've got really a story of two different groupings, a lot of freshmen and a lot of seniors playing, and that's sort of a tough challenge, as you know, for a coach.
Yeah, definitely a tough challenge. And really, in the long run, it's a tough challenge for all those guys in the middle, too, because they don't know where they fit as the next couple years play out, right? But these freshmen, getting them in ahead of this time frame, great option for Coach Hess right now.
Well, last time these teams squared off, it was a 59-45 ball game at Lex in the new gym over there, and the Arrows hung close and were actually on top into the third quarter. Tonight, a little different assignment. This Lex squad is rolling, and there's no doubt about it. They are big, and they are good. Scott Hamilton, 169 wins in his 10 seasons here, and they're averaging 66 points per game and only giving up 49. They'll be in the purple with gold numbers and white trim going left to right. The Arrows in the home whites with black and orange trim. Nathan Bernhardt and Brayden Fogle to get it rolling here at Arrow Arena. Packed house. And Forup wins the tip into the backcourt to Young. And Young will bring it up, going left to right. Guarded by Baith. Little box set. Arrows playing man-to-man. Hudson up top to Forup, or I should say Moore, now back into the corner. Outside of Young on the left wing. Young working against Baith. Comes around the near side, gives it to Fogle, and he dribbles it off his foot out of bounds.
Nice break for the Arrows.
Early turnover there for Lex. Steury will bring it up. Well, last time we saw the Arrows was at Mount Vernon, and it was a tough one. Steury between the circles, gives it near side to Baith. And Steury's going to be guarded by the 6'3" Hudson Moore. So tough one there. Pump fakes around him, goes left side, steps back, little hesitation, trying to back him down. Got away with the travel outside to Moorman. Moorman guarded by Fogle. Now out to Steury. They're all over him. Out top of the key. Dribbling with the left hand. Flips it to Bates. Bates, the lefty, steps inside. Little scooper with the right hand. No good. Knocked around. And Elijah Hudson pulls it in. Outside to Moore. Moore into the forecourt. On a left wing. Top of the key. Pulls up at the free throw line. Now kicks it over to A.J. Young. Near side three. No good. Off the hands of Elijah Hudson and pulled in by Kessler Bates. Arrows off and running. Drebin left of the lane. Nice little fake. He was open but didn't shoot it. Over to Baith on the left side. Baith left baseline working against Young. Nice cut by Moorman. Hits him on the left block. Over to Baith on the left side. Scoop shot no good. Tries to go up and under. Ball loose on the floor on the rebound, and we got a jump ball, I believe. Well, that's where that size came in because Baith had to go up and under.
Yeah, he was definitely going to be denied if he tried to go up on that left side of the hoop.
5'7" against 6'7". And Bates will trigger the inbound baseline left. Gets it into Steury, open off the screen, fires the three, too strong, no good. Rebound, Bates up top. Bates pump fakes, takes it inside, and has it knocked away right into the hands of Fogle. Fogle off and running. Little Euro step drive, scoops it up, no good, but a foul. And Fogle will go to the line. That's going to be on Wyatt Moorman, his first. Moorman into the starting lineup for the first time we've seen this year, replacing Landon McFrederick. Little different lineup.
Yeah, a little bit different look for the Arrows here starting out. Not a huge difference here. I would say Coach probably looking at Wyatt Moorman. He's got a little bit of a better offensive set than Landon McFrederick.
Free throw up and good. Landon, an excellent athlete and a tremendous defender. The Arrows have lost their last two. 66-43 at Mount Vernon. Second free throw up and in, and then a 6-point loss at Shelby in which they played extremely well.
Yeah, definitely a good game they played at Shelby.
Steury into the front court against Moore on the left wing. Crosses him over, drives left baseline all the way to the hoop. Now kicks it into the corner to Bates. Outside to Bates. Bates hits Moorman, top of the key. Now to Steury, right wing. Pump fakes against Moore. Drives left side, tries to step back. Now drives back to the middle. He's trying to back him in. He's in trouble and pulls it back out. Now between the circles, Steury. 2 minutes gone by, just 2-0 here. Lex on top. Moorman drives right of the lane, kicks it outside to Bates. Bates drives to the middle, steps through up with the right hand. He got it.
Nice scoop shot by Bates.
Kessler with a heck of a move there. The senior ties it up at 2. Into the front court, Young. Young over to Fogle on the left wing, one of the best freshmen in the country. Kicks it outside to Hudson. Now A.J. Young with a basketball on the left wing. Gets it inside to Hudson. Hudson turns, little turnaround off the window, no good, and rebound Bernhardt. Steury will bring it up. Steury against Moore. Drives left, step back. Ooh, almost fell down. Jump shot from the free throw line. He got it.
I don't know how he's able to control himself right there. I thought he was going down.
Grayson Steury, some tremendous athleticism. I would have broken both ankles trying that move. Near side, Moore. Moore dribbling left of the lane. Picks it up top to Young. Young dribbling right side. Has it stripped away. Ball loose, and Grayson tried to save it. Nope, it's going to be out on Lexington. Another turnover for Lex.
Yeah, I believe that one was off Elijah Hudson.
Arrows very, very active with the hands early on.
Yeah, they're going to have to be all night.
Steury into the front court between the circles. Gives it to Bates on the left wing. Bates hands it off to Moorman. Moorman drives right side, now to Bernhardt. Bernhardt pulls up in the middle of the lane, fires it up and in.
Haven't seen that shot from him too much this season.
Nice touch by Bernie, and the Arrows up 6-2 early on. Moore into the front court to Hudson. Now to Fogle in the near wing. Fogle kicks it up top now to Moore. Moore top of the key, dribbling left of the lane, turns, spins right, spins left outside to Hudson. Pump fake, steps inside, 18-footer up and in.
You don't expect somebody 6'8" to be that good of a shooter.
Hudson can really stroke it out there. Steury with a basketball, drives right of the lane up top to Moorman. Little errant pass, but he tracks it down. Now to Bates, right side. Bates kicks it left corner to Bates, who lost control of it. That's a dead ball. He has to give it up. Bernhardt, high post, outside, now to Steury between the circles. He'll fire it from there, and he was thinking about it. Gets Moore up in the air, steps back, little push off, got away with it. Great backdoor cut to Bates, and his shot is blocked. And Forup comes up with it.
That was a nice move, too.
Moore into the front court between the circles. Halfway through the first quarter, Arrows up 2. Fogle underneath to Moore, a little backdoor cut, and he got lost, and they got him, 6 apiece. Steury into the near court, dribbling on the left side, working against Young now. Drives to the middle, spins left, fadeaway jumper in the middle, got it.
That's what nice little screen by Bates to get the switch that Steury wanted.
Moore into the front court to the near side to Young. Young working inside to Moore, baseline jumper, fadeaway off the backboard on the side of it. Moorman comes up with a loose ball, and Fogle tips it out of bounds. Brayden Fogle very active, and here comes Alex Depperschmidt along with Gavin Husty. Good shooter. Husty shooting over 50% from downtown this year, 16 of 31 from beyond the arc. Moorman also checks out for the Arrows. Camden Mowry in for the first time. Mowry's given some good minutes the last few games.
Yeah, definitely.
Steury to Bates. Bates to Bates up top. Drives right side. Into the corner. Still dribbling with a basketball. Up top to Steury. Steury working against Depperschmidt. Between the legs. Between the legs again. Drives right. Pushes him away. Steps back. Steps through. Gives it to Bates on the left wing. Bates goes between his legs. Working against Husty. Now he gives it outside. Steury saves it from going out of bounds. 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Steury with a heck of a move. Drives to the hoop. Up with a little runner. Up off the window and in.
If he starts feeling the ability to go in like that, it's going to be a tough game for Lexington.
10-6 Arrows. Steury with 6. Depperschmidt between the circles. Left side to Fogle. Now back to Depperschmidt. Comes around a high screen. Lost control of it and picks it back up. Now to Fogle right side. Fogle crosses over against Bates and has it dribbled off his leg and out of bounds. Great D by Kessler Bates.
Yeah, I think Fogle's a little frustrated right now, too, with that move.
Fans are all over it. And Elijah Hudson going to come in for Fogle. Coaching staff getting on Fogle there.
Well, he got a little snappy, threw the ball away a little bit.
Dr. Jay Guth down there, I don't think was real happy with what happened. Into the front court, Steury, left side, drives left baseline all the way to the hoop, kicks it right side now to Mason, or to Camden Mowry. Of course, his sister is Mason Mowry. Bates drives to the hoop. It's a small town. His shot no good. Rebound, Depperschmidt into the front court. Now to Husty. He's going to fire up a 3 off the rim. No good. Rebound, Bernhardt back taps it, but Hudson pulls it away. Hudson's going to turn around and fire from the free throw line. No good. Rebound controlled by Husty. Husty gives it to Forup, up and in.
A lot of ball movement right there. Not a lot of control, though.
Too many opportunities on the offensive glass. Steury and the Arrows up 2, minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Steury top of the key, drives right, spins left, fadeaway jumper, he got it. Grayson with 8, Arrows up 4, minute and 15 to go in the first quarter. Between the circles, Husty around a 4-up screen, little pick and roll up top to Hudson, and he can't handle it, it goes out of bounds. Husty goes heavily into the stands trying to save it, but can't get it. Good effort there by Elijah Hudson, the 6'8" junior. Landon McFrederick checks in for the first time, and Gabe Bates takes a seat. Arrows a little different rotation here tonight we've seen.
Yeah, and going to the bench early tonight, which doesn't happen a lot here.
Steury drives right, kicks it to Bernhardt. Jump shot from 13, air ball. Rebound Moore on the backside. Moore into the front court. I don't mind him taking that shot. They need to get Bernie involved. Husty with a basketball. between the circles. Under a minute to go in the first. Inside to Forup, working against Bernhardt. Turns, spins, fadeaway jumper off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound Bates. Bates going to bring it quickly into the front court. Left side, gives it off to McFrederick, out of bounds.
It's good defense down here by the Arrows on that last possession.
That was a good pass. I'm not sure what happened there. And here comes A.J. Young back into the ball game for the Purple. A big Lex indeed this year, there's no doubt. Husty with the basketball between the circles, working against Maury. Dribbles left, all the way to the basket, up with the left hand, no good, but he is fouled. I think Maury got him from behind. Nope. Stop guessing. Bernhardt. Well, Bernie picks up his first with 25 seconds. I'd probably pull him out here for this last stretch.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Why get another one in 25 seconds, right?
Husty free throw up and in. 12-9. First points of the ball game for Husty. .9 to go. Second free throw up and good. Arrows basketball. Steury and the Arrows looking to hold it for one. So maybe that's why Coach Hess gambling a little bit. Keeping him in, thinking he won't pick up an offensive foul. Arrows 3 of 9, or 6 of 12 from the field, and Lexington 3 for 9. 10 seconds to go, Arrows up 2. And to the front court, Steury between the circles, working against Moore, crosses him over, drives ref, and throws it off McFrederick's hands on a bullet pass.
He was open. It was, probably the right move there. Just a little bit too tough of a pass for him to get.
Now Bernhardt comes out and Moorman in for the last 3.6. It was kind of a bullet. And into Young. Young into the front court, top of the key, drives, throws up a long three, no good. 12-10, Arrows lead after one. Back with more after this on iHeartRadio.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together, or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Arena, A.J. Young will bring it up into the front court. Lexington basketball going left to right. Young into the near court, kicks it up top to Moore. Moore guarded by Bates, comes to the near side. Back to Young. And Lex offensively trying to get into something. Going to Husty on the near wing. Husty, an excellent shooter, gives it up top to Moore around a Hudson screen, trying to get a matchup they like. Inside a Forup against Bernie. He's double team, comes, turns, fade away, got it. Tough shot.
Yeah, tough shot. Good defense by Bernie there, but nice shot.
Even good help coming in and digging. Steury into the front court. We're all square at 12. Steury crosses over right to left, kicks it now outside to McFrederick, who traveled.
Traveling violation. Lexington basketball.
7:17 to go in the first quarter. Hudson with the basketball on the left wing. Over to Moore. Now to Husty. Husty kicks it to Young. Dribbling to the near side. They get it inside to Forup, who got away with the travel. Outside to Husty. Husty up top now to Young. Drives left of the lane, and his pass stolen by Bates. McFrederick comes up with a loose ball. Steury into the front court with the basketball. 1 minute gone by here in a second. Bates pulls up with a little runner, and he got it from the baseline.
Shot. I'd like to see him take that three out there. He was hitting those against Shelby.
6:40 to go in the first half. Moore between the circles, coming around a 4-up screen. Nope, he ignores it, goes right side. Open, A.J. Young, 3 in a corner. Off the rim, no good, but 4-up pulls it up. Moore rather, no good. Then Hudson comes up with it and throws it up and in.
Arrows have got to do a better job of keeping Lexington off the boards.
Got to push him away from that inside position. They're getting such great position offensively. You're right, Steury right side. Up top to McFrederick, swings it near side to Bates. Bates drives left baseline, kicks it, open 3. Steury off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound knocked around and nobody has it. Now Husty comes up with it. McFrederick knocked it away, saves it right to Hudson, who lost control of it, throws it underneath the 4-up. 4-up turns and throws it up, no good, but a foul. And if that's on Bernie, it's 2. It is. You got to let him go on that one. So Bernie picks up a second, and they're going to go to Isaac Stewart. Coach Hess says, I'm going to get Bernie out of there. 6:01 to go in a second.
Yeah, a lot of time here to go in the second quarter. They're going to need him for the end of this game for sure.
Oh, Bernie out. Stewie in. 14 apiece. 4-up. 4 points here tonight. He's a 74% shooter at the line. That's his 5th, actually. Line right. Spins it up and in. 16-14. Lex with their first lead of the ball game. And here we go. Joe Caudle checks in. 6'4" freshman. Saw a lot of minutes in the JV game. So nothing like having another 6'4" guy coming in.
Yeah.
Under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Sturt over to Stewart. On the right wing, gives it back to Steury on the near side. Steury runs right into Hudson Moore. Now he's driving left to the lane, up with a tough spinner, no good. Knocked around off of Moore's hands. Oh, that ball was definitely tipped out of bounds by the purple. And none of the officials are going to listen to Coach Hess. That was a terrible call. You see it on our replay, I believe, on the OH report. Well, it happens. That's the first bad one tonight. These guys are doing a fantastic job. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Arrows down 2, but in a dangerous spot, I think, right here. Moore with the basketball on the left wing. Bernie out. 2 fouls. See how long Coach Hess goes without him. Hess still talking with officials. Moore to Caudle. Caudle up top to Fogle. Fogle's been kind of quiet. Working against Stewart. Good D there. Now outside to Moore. Kicks it on the left side to Husty. Husty drives, goes between the legs, and pulls it back out. Nice defense by the Arrows. Husty will reset it. Arrows coach imploring the defense. Now to Caudle in the short corner. Out top to Moore. Moore closed out by McFrederick. Steps through and up and in.
Very long possession right there for Lexington.
Stewart lost control of the basketball for the Arrows, throws it up, ball loose, and here comes Husty and Big Lex. Here's Husty going to the basket. Nice little move, drives, got away with a charge, throws it up, no good. Fogle comes up with a rebound, turns, throws it up, no good. Rebound Bates. Arrows up 18-14. He brought it down, and Fogle picks up the foul.
Definitely a frustration foul by Vogel there.
No doubt. Paxton Ediger will come in for the first time. Landon McFrederick sits down. Arrows down 4. 6-0 run here for Lex. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Bates, right side, dribbles to the middle, stolen by Depperschmidt. And Alex will bring it into the front court. Working on the left side against Ediger. Comes to the near side, drives all the way to the baseline. Good defense, now turns and spins, kicks it right underneath to Fogle up with 2 hands.
That's what the Arrows don't want to see right there.
20-14 Lex, 8-0 run. Steury with the basketball. Right side, left side now, over to Bates, left corner 3. In and out, no good. And Lexington comes up with a rebound. Moore into the front court, Lex off and running. Pulls up, hesitates, and he's fouled by Snow. That's travel. Oh, Steury, I think, got away with that one, and there was some extracurricular that I missed because all the fans were going crazy.
Yeah, kind of, if you watch our replay we got here, he kind of hooks him almost and yanks him over. Could have been a nice little flip move if this was a wrestling match, right?
A timeout on the floor. Yeah, he's kind of lucky he didn't break his arm, no doubt. Oh, this gives us an opportunity to tell you can find all the scores from Basketball Friday night on the North Central State College scoreboard on our website, WNCOAM.com. Brought to you by North Central State College, NC State, where you don't have to leave home to go far. We'll give you a look at some of those scores here in a few minutes. Not much going on just yet on the scoreboard. We started this ball game a little early. Brandon Wells and Dave Swartz, thanks for tuning in here tonight on iHeartRadio, the OH Report as well. Arrows down 20-14, halfway through the second. Lex on an 8-0 run. Bernie's still on the bench, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest, I'm not surprised he's still on the bench. 2 fouls, there's still quite a lot of time to go in this quarter. You don't want him to have 3 going into the half.
Ediger to Stewart at the top. Stewart to Bates, open 3, top of the K, in and out. That was a good look. Rebound for him, and he's banged into by Gabe Bates. Gabe picks up his first, and Hudson Moore will get it into A.J. Young. Lexington with a 6-point lead.
Yeah, and you said Bernie's still on the bench, but Lexington hasn't gone inside really to have to warrant getting him back in there.
That might change here. Young. Now they're looking to get it into 4 up. They do. Short corner double comes outside to Young. 3. You got it. And you can't double down when guys start draining threes.
Right.
Steury into the front court. That will kill your double. Steury drives against Moore. Turns up with the right hand. Nothing. Air ball. Great defense. Rebound Depperschmidt. Into the front court comes Lex to the near side to Young. 23-14. It's an 11-0 run. Inside to Forup. Forup against Bates. Turns, whistle, and a travel. And Coach Hess was riding the official about it, and the officials didn't like it either. And now it's a warning on Coach Hess. Well, we have, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. 23-14. 3:03 to go. Coach Hess is a pretty mild-mannered guy towards the officials.
Yeah.
I'll just say it that way.
He doesn't scream and holler, but he does like to ask a question here and there, and sometimes maybe a little more stern than the officials like, right?
That's right. Steury into the front court, hands it off to Bates, right side, drives, kicks it out to Stewart. Open 3 for Isaac, in and out, no good. Rebound knocked around and controlled by Young, and he's bumped, I think, by Gabe Bates potentially as well. Yep. Oh.
Paxton Ediger.
Paxton Ediger. So Pax picks up his first. 5 fouls on the Arrows, just 1 in the first half so far by Lex. How about that? Into the front court, Young. Over to Fogle. Fogle on a left wing up top to Moore. Swings it near side to Depperschmidt. Depperschmidt kicks it to Young on the left side. Young working against Bates. One-hand pass to Fogle. Jump shot from the baseline up and in. And a pretty one. Fogle with 6. 25-14. Stewart drives to the middle of the basket. Up with a little runner. He got it. Isaac Stewart with a nice take to the basket.
Yeah. Nice look right there for him.
Fogle drives, 0 steps, lost control of it, out of bounds. And Arrows might have gotten away with a foul on that one. Fogle wanted the contact, and he's been held in check to just 16 so far. I mean, to just 6, I should say, so far. And Hudson comes in. Fogle going to come out. Joe Caudill going to come in, too. Coach Hamilton trying to figure out how to navigate the size that they have on this team.
Yeah, I mean, your advantage is you got a guy you just put in there, 6'8", right, that shoots everything outside.
Steury, left wing, against Depperschmidt, drives, little shot on the right side, no good, lot of contact, no call. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Arrows down 9. Left side, Hudson left open for 3. Front of the rim, no, it didn't hit anything. Air ball off Caudill and out of bounds. Ball don't lie is what the kids said.
Yeah. That's a surprising air ball from what I've seen from Elijah Hudson.
In my opinion, now we've had some Arrows who've been tremendous shooters. I don't feel like this is a shooter's gym with large area behind the hoops.
I think if you're a shooter, right?
Well, there you go. I wasn't. Steury with the basketball up top to Stewart. Swings it right side to Bates. Up top to Bates. Bates driving right of the lane against Hudson up on the left hand. He got it. Guess with 4. Arrows cut it to 7. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Moore with the basketball, guarded by Kessler Bates. Between the circles, picks up his dribble, gives it near side to Husty. Husty to Hudson up top, turns, fires a 3 off the back of the iron. No good, rebound knocked around and controlled by Bates. Into the front court, Steury. Lexington 0 for 5, or I should say 1 of 6 from beyond the 3. Bates, 3-ball right side, no good. Rebound Hudson. The Arrows 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. So neither team being able to hit anything from downtown, just 1 of 12 between the two teams.
on a normal night, I would say that's an advantage for the Arrows. But with Lexington's size, doesn't work out so well.
Whistle away from the ball, and it's going to be on Isaac Stewart. That's okay. He's got 5 to give. So Isaac picks up the foul. 6th on the Arrows. Brayden Fogle will check back in. And Coach Hess, I think, going to go most of this second quarter, the last 6 minutes, without Bernhardt, and Fogle will check back in as well. Arrows have been able to hang tough.
Yeah, they've been able to stick around. They just got to watch that, Lexington doesn't pull away right now.
Young, baseline, gives it to Forup, who somehow got wide open. It was Moore, rather. No good. Rebound, Baith. Baith launches it down court to Steury. Steury driving right of the lane. Up with the shot, no good. Rebound, and what do we got? Finally, a block. Okay, it was just a little late whistle, that's all.
Yeah.
I didn't mean finally like anything other than it was just a late whistle. That's a tough call right there.
I got to tell you, I don't think that's that tough of a call when he's moving the whole time.
Grayson Steury will go to the line. Excellent free throw shooter. Arrows trying to cut into the 7-point lead, and they do. First one up and in. Don't forget to find all the scores from Basketball Friday night on the North Central State College scoreboard on our website, WNCOAM.com, brought to you by North Central State College, NC State, where you don't have to leave home to go far. And Grayson hits them both. So Grayson Steury with 10, and it's a 25-20 ball game. Under 40 seconds to go in the first half. Young with a basketball on the left side. They had Fogle on the backside for an open alley-oop, but they didn't see him. Good double and ball pressure out there. Bates comes up with a steal. Down court to Steury. Steury will bring it out and try to hold it, I bet, for one. Arrows thinking they're going to hold it. Nope, open Baith. 3, he got it from downtown. Gabe Baith and the Arrows finally strike gold from beyond the arc.
Yeah. And a deep 3 right there, too.
Just inside the volleyball line. 25-23. Big possession here for Lex. Moore with the basketball on the baseline. Kicks it outside to Forup. Forup drives to the middle, bullies his way inside, throws it up and in at the buzzer. 27-23 at the half, and the Arrows and the Lexington Minutemen in a good one. Your quick thoughts here as we go to the half, Coach.
Quick thoughts. I like how the Arrows were able to hang tough for 6 minutes plus without their big man in the game. Kind of prevented Lexington from going inside a little bit. They really doubled a lot down there and got real scrappy.
Arrows offensively not able to get much going from beyond the arc, Coach. 1 of 7, but a big one there by Gabe Baith. And like you said, shooters just are going to shoot.
Right, and if he can get started, like I said, watching the Shelby game last weekend, if he gets started, he had 23 against Shelby. So if they can get him rolling and Grayson Steury rolling, that's a huge advantage.
Arrows down 27-23 here at the half. We'll be back with more after this on iHeartRadio.
National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Arrows down 27-23, and up after the first quarter, 12-10, and then Lexington makes a run and goes up by, I think, 6 or 8, or what? It was actually up to 9, I think, at one point, and then the Arrows actually come back there and finish off the half pretty well.
Yeah, made a nice little run at the end of the half to close to within 4. I know you're going to go over some of these stats, but I already kind of took a glance at them, and the biggest one that sticks out is the rebounding margin right now.
Now,
16-8.
Yeah, well, and that's,
Lexington,
you're right, and then those second chance points have hurt the Arrows.
And that's what's really gotten the Arrows in the position that they're in.
That's part of why the Lexington Minutemen are 11-0. If you're just joining us, the Arrows 3-9, but they're hanging around. The Arrows and Lex here at Arrow Arena. Thanks for joining us on iHeart Radio and on the OH Report. The Arrows shooting, both teams shooting 10 of 24. Lexington 1 for 6 from beyond the arc. The Arrows 1 of 7, but the difference coming at the free throw line, and Lex has gotten there a lot, and the Arrows have not.
Yeah, I mean, Lexington's got there, and, a bit of a foul discrepancy in the first half. Not that anybody did anything wrong, just, the Arrows were playing a little hack-a-shack, it seemed like, at a couple times there, but didn't hurt the Arrows horribly there. Again, I sit here and just go, man, it's just baffling that we gave up that many offensive rebounds.
Arrows down 4 here at the half, back with the second half right after this final break here on iHeart Radio.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Looking, throws it out to Steury on the near side. Steury out to Bates. 3 ball from the near corner off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound Moore. And here comes Lex into the front court. Moore over to Fogle on that right wing. Puts it on the deck, dribbling to the middle against Moorman. Kicks it outside now to A.J. Young. And Young will reset it. Over to the right wing to Fogle. Fogle kicks it inside, a little pick and roll to Forup. Now outside to Young. Young drives to the hoop over Bernhardt. No good, but Forup right there to pick it up and throw it up and in.
Another one of those offensive rebounds.
Steury to Bates on the left wing. Bates working against Young. Drives to the middle, lost control of it, but Bernhardt's right there. Pump fakes, drives to the hoop. Awkward shot. Can't get it to fall, but he's fouled.
Yeah, I don't even know how he got that shot off. That was just a weird-looking shot.
That's going to be on A.J. Young. So the big man able to draw some contact on it, though. It looks to me, Coach, like Bernie needs to work on getting his shoulders squared to the basket.
I would agree with that. He and it's not because he's shooting a little baby hook, which I'd like to see him throw in there.
29-24, first free throw up and in. 7-11 to go here in the third. Second free throw up and in by Bernie. Arrows now 4 of 4 at the stripe. And here comes Lex. A.J. Young into the front court with a 4-point lead for the Minutemen. Comes to the near wing. Now dribbling against Bates outside of Moore. Moore to Young. Now right corner. Hudson pump fakes, drives, pulls up from 18. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound Bernhardt. Bernhardt. And got away with putting the ball down between his knees for a second. Hands it off to Steury. Into the front court, near side. Bates drives right baseline, pulls it up at the block, and he's fouled.
So you used to tell you guys when they rebounded, don't put it down, to let the little people in the game, right?
Right.
But you got two guys that are bigger than him, then he's out-rebounded right there. So he wasn't too worried. He's like, put it down here. Those big guys don't have a chance to get it, maybe.
6:44. It's a little unorthodox, but I think you're right.
Yeah.
6:44 to go in the third. Free throw up and in by Kess. And the Arrows cut it to 3. Kessler with 5. Line right. Been fun to see him develop over the last few years. Puts this one up and in. Playing very confidently this year.
Yes.
2-point deficit for the Arrows. Lex 29, Arrows 27. Young to Moore on the right wing. Moore coming around to the top of the key, gives it to Fogle, working against Mormon. Now to Hudson. Little loop-to-loop up top. Now to Young. Young driving right side, picks up his dribble, and his pass inside is off Gabe Bates' leg and out of bounds.
I don't know who he was really passing to right there because Fogle was cutting all the way through.
Yeah, maybe Fogle in the short corner. Maybe he expected him to stop. Hard to say, but either way, Lex comes up with a loose ball out of bounds. Inbounded to Hudson on the right wing, inside to Forup. Forup working against Bernie, outside to Young, back inside to Forup, who had great position, turns, throws it up off the rim, no good. Rebound knocked around. Fogle comes up with it, knocked out of his hands by Bates, but out of bounds, and it will be Lex basketball. Anybody in this arena that's listening to this, bring me a hot dog, please. Ball thrown in to Forup. Forup throws it up and in. I just saw somebody walk by with a hot dog. 31-27, Forup with 12. It took 2.5 quarters for the ADHD to kick in. Steury with a basketball against Moore. Comes along to the near side, now against Forup, outside to Bates. Bates dribbles left of the lane, outside to Mormon. Mormon drives and has it knocked away from behind by Fogle, and Forup comes up with it.
Yeah, just got to be a little bit smarter when he goes for that drive to know he's behind him.
8th turnover for the Arrows. Right side, Hudson, 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Bernhardt, and he's knocked down to the ground, and they're going to call him for a travel. Got to be a little stronger with that one.
Yeah, he's got to come down. He's just got to come down a little bit wider base right there. I don't think he did anything wrong, really. He just kind of
saw it on the replay. You're watching exactly what you said, Coach.
Got a little bump, but should have been able to maintain there.
Young to throw it in, baseline left to Forup. Lex up 4 with the basketball. Now Young gets it back from Depperschmidt, drives to the basket, throws it up, no good, but a foul. I think that's going to be on Gabe. It is. That's 2 on Bates. Yep. 5:37 to go here in the third quarter, rather. How about the first quarter of the second half?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Right, yeah.
Doing fine.
Young line left. Off the back of the rim, no good. 77% free throw shooter. Misses that one. Lex, pretty good free throw shooting team at 70%. Line left again. He'll get another one. Try to stretch this 4-point lead out. And he does. 5-point lead. Young's got 4 points. Steury into the front court. Between the circles. Working against Moore. Gives it off to Bates. Bates against Fogle. Now Bates backs it up. Gives it to Steury. Left wing whistle and a moving screen, I think, on Wyatt Mormon.
Illegal screen number 15, Wyatt Mormon. His second personal, team second of the half.
This Arrows squad played pretty well there with some of the bench guys in that third quarter. See what coach says, and there he is. He's going to Isaac Stewart. A.J. Young with the basketball against Bates. Drives right side. He's tied up for a second. Throws it inside off the hands of Forup, who tracks it down. Now out to Depperschmidt. Cross court now to Moore. Moore drives, kicks it to Young. Pump fakes against Bernie. Drives and kicks it outside. Moore jumper from long range. No good. Rebound Bernhardt. And Bernhardt hands it off to Steury. Arrows down 5, under 5 minutes to go in a third. Steury thought about pulling up from long range, drives all the way to the basket. Oh, spins it up, no good. Rebound, Forup.
He doesn't miss that one too often.
Depperschmidt lobs it to Forup on the backside, throws it to Fogle on the near side, throws it up, no good. Lot of contact, gets his own rebound, throws it up, no good, but a foul. Now Fogle got hit hard on that first shot.
Yeah.
No call. Moorman gets.
That's going to be his third.
His third. Well, Brayden will go to the line. Fogle will shoot 2. Been held to 6 so far here tonight. Spins it up and in. And Stewart will check in. Wyatt Moorman will check out. Gavin Husty back in for Lex. First time here in the second half. Stewart played some good minutes in the first half.
Yeah, he definitely had some good minutes for the Arrows. Let's see if he can continue that here in the second half.
Fogle, line left, up and in. 34-27. Steury will bring it up for the Arrows. Bates now with the basketball on the near wing against Depperschmidt. Back to Steury between the circles. Left side to Stewart. Stewart trying to get it to Steury, instead up to Bernhardt. Bernhardt working against Forup, gives it to Steury, little pick and pop. Now Steury steps through, a little tough shot from the elbow, and it's an air ball. Rebound Fogle. Fogle lobs it down court to Moore. Up with the right hand, no good. Rebound Bates. Bates and the Arrows off and running into the front court. They've got numbers, 4-on-2. Steury slows it down, now drives right baseline and is fouled going to the basket by Depperschmidt. He had an open Gabe Bates on the cross court, but instead.
Yeah, you know, the Arrows actually had numbers there, 3-on-1, and Grayson decided he saw something he didn't like and pulled it back. And I don't think coach is going to yell at him for that because he's done well all year.
Into Bernhardt. Bernhardt up top to Stewart. Stewart driving left side, spins, kicks it out to Bates in the near wing. Bates thought about the 3, drives left, gives it outside to Steury. Pump fakes, drives to the middle, pulls up at the elbow, jump shot up and in.
And that's why he doesn't yell at him, right?
That's correct. Steury with 12. Arrows cut it to 5, hanging around. It's a scrappy Arrows team this year, and they're trying to do the impossible against the Lexington Minutemen, who are 11-0. Moore up top. Left side, Husty. Inside to an open Forup. Bates doubles down, and they throw it away off the hands of Hudson Moore. That's going to be a backcourt violation. Arrows basketball.
And because he tracked it down so slowly, the Arrows are going to get it inbound under their own hoop.
You said it. 10th turnover for Lex. You're not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want him to get it in that position in a normal game, right?
All inbounded. Steury has it. Left side. Bates, open 3. They need it. They got it.
And that's why.
Kessler Bates, first 3 of the night, and he's got 9. Arrows now 2 for 9 from downtown. Into the front court. Fogle has it. Lost it. Over to Forup. Jump shot from the baseline. Off the rim. No good. Rebound Bernhardt. Arrows can tie it or take the lead with 3 minutes to go in a third. Steury, top of the key. Little hesitation, goes behind his back, drives right in the lane, steps back, steps through. He's in trouble, needs to get rid of it, and he did, but lost it. Now Bernhardt comes up with a loose ball. Now to Stewart, drives baseline, and he throws it away. Fogle's right there, but he lost it to Bates. Bates near side. Steury thought about a 3. Near corner. Bates pump fakes, gets Fogle up in the air. Jump shot from 18, no good. Rebound for him. And Lexington will slow it down.
Yeah, it's probably a smart idea for Lexington right now. You know, the Arrows had a couple opportunities right there to get even another rebound, I felt.
Moore working against Bates. Top of the key, spins left all the way to the basket, throws up a tough shot, no good. Bernhardt tips it, Stewart has it, throws it down court to Steury. Steury, great spin move, up and in!
Good ball movement by the Arrows to push the ball ahead that time, not slowing it down.
14 for the Arrows, and Isaac Stewart playing some great basketball out here as a role player. 2 minutes and change to go in a third. We're all tied. Moore with the basketball between the circles. Calls for Brayden Fogle to come get it. Fogle against Stewart. Gives it up near side to Husty. Husty up top now. Moore's going to fire a 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Grayson Steury. Steury going to bring it down the far sideline. Had Bates racing down court. Going to come around a little screen. Not much there. Now he's got Depperschmidt, so he's got the matchup he wants. Yeah. Crosses over, pulls it back, and a whistle and a timeout for Coach Hess. We'll take one as well. Back with more after this. Tie ball game on iHeartRadio.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Brought to you by North Central State College, NC State, where you don't have to leave home to go far. Arrows on and Lexington are all tied at 34. Bates to trigger the inbound baseline right. Gets it to Steury. Steury working against Moore. They want to get Hudson Moore off of him. Landon McFrederick checked in at the last stoppage for Nathan Bernhardt. Steury now gets the switch. He's got Gavin Husty on him, and they try to run and clear it out for him. They should go clear it. Stay away. Steury with a basketball on the far side. Working against Husty. Now the officials counting. He's going to drive to the basket. Turns right, turns left. Outside of Bates, and they'll reset. Back to Steury against Husty, who comes up on it. Under a minute to go in the third. All square here at 34. Arrows and the Minutemen. Steury and the Arrows at 3-9, trying to pull off the unthinkable against the 11-0 Lexington Minutemen. Bates with the basketball. Arrows might be trying to hold it for one, Coach.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at that because they're when they're moving the ball, it's done well for them right now in a little bit of a faster-paced game.
Steury drives right side and pulls it back out. Working against Gavin Husty. 25 seconds to go. Well, you got to get a good shot here after stalling for 40 seconds. Steury against Husty. Careful about that midcourt, out near midcourt. 15 seconds, he gives it up to McFrederick in the near corner. McFrederick outside to Bates. Bates going to hand it off to Steury. Oh, they should have switched on it, but Fogle didn't want any piece of it. 8 seconds to go. Steury between the legs. Double comes from Forup. He drives right to lane. Whistle and a foul on Gavin Husty. A lot of hand contact. Are you surprised that Fogle didn't take the switch there?
Yeah, I don't know why he wouldn't have right there. Had a good opportunity to take it.
You got to want the best player, right, defensively.
Yeah, right, especially when in theory you're the best player on your team, right? I mean, that's what everybody's saying anyway.
McFrederick out, Edgar in. They're going offense, defense. Bates and the Arrows with 4.1 to go in a third, 34 apiece. Bates will trigger it near sideline. Looking. Gets it into Steury. Steury immediately harassed by Moore. Double comes, lost control of it. He's going to have to fire. He does, and he's fouled. They're going to give him 3 shots. There's no time left on the clock at the end of the third quarter. Oh, a terrible decision by Lexington.
Yeah, you let him fall forward as he's going. He had lost the ball.
Husty gets his second foul, and Grayson will go to the line to shoot 3. It's all tied at 34 as we're getting ready for the third quarter. First one up and in. 2 more coming. Second one up, rattles around, no good. First miss of the ball game for the Arrows from the line.
And a rare miss by Grayson Steury in general.
Line right, last one, up and in. Arrows up 2, 36-34. We'll be back with the fourth quarter on iHeartRadio.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
get it. We've seen it, right?
Start of the fourth quarter, the Arrows up 36-34 here at Arrow Arena against the undefeated Lexington Minutemen. Brandon Wells and Dave Swartz here on a call on iHeartRadio and on the OH Report. A.J. Young with a basketball for Lex. Goes around on the right side, picks up his dribble. He's guarded by Bates, up top to Four. Four up to Moore. Moore guarded by Bates, dribbling left, spins right, tough shot, and a whistle and a foul. Well, Moore does such a nice job of drawing those fouls.
Yeah, he's definitely a seasoned player here.
3 on Bernie. One of those where he shows you the ball, but then pulls it back and brings it back out. Wise senior move there. And free throw up and in. So Hudson Moore, 69% free throw shooter with just 5 points tonight, averaging 11. Line left, a lot of basketball left here, 1 point game. Moore, line left, spins it up, rattles around, no good, rebound Bernhardt. Bernhardt has it and gives it off to Grayson Steury, and here comes the Arrows. Steury on a left wing against Depperschmidt. Steury working. Clears it out, spins right, spins left, throws it up off the window and in. Grayson Steury with 18.
Nice acrobatic shot right there. Just didn't want to go if he was going to make that
You're
shot
good. Down to Hudson, who
So-
misses a 3 from the corner. Arrows come up with a rebound.
But Steury with just a really nice acrobatic shot off the glass there.
Grayson with a basketball against Moore. Moore reaches in on him. He's driving right of the lane, reaches again, steps back top of the key. They're all over him. Driving right side, tries to fight through, and he does, but a whistle and a foul. They're going to call it 2 shots. Oh, my.
I don't disagree with the foul, but I don't think he was even close to shooting there.
Well, Grayson is a pretty strong kid, fighting his way to the basket. He's going to go to the line. And the Arrows can stretch this lead out, and they do. So, Arrows now 9 of 10 at the line. Free throws are always a big part if you want to upset a team that's much better than you on paper.
Most definitely. This comes down to it every time. Free throws are what are going to make the game when it's a close one, right? And this one right now really is a close game and has been the whole time.
40-35. Both free throws up and in. Steury with 20. Isaac Stewart back in. Paxton Ediger takes a seat. Stewart's played really well. The Arrows bench has played well tonight. Young to Fogle. Fogle lost control of it for a second. Drives left, drives to the middle. Lost control of it. Now outside to Depperschmidt. Depperschmidt, one dribble, picks it up, gives it to Moore. They swing it right side to Young. Lex with the basketball, down 5. 6.5 to go in the fourth. Fogle now with the basketball, left corner. He's going to fire a 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, Bernhardt. Bernhardt hands it off to Steury.
Hey, the Arrows right now on a nice run, and it's got Lexington flustered.
Steury drives, spinner, up, no good. Rebound, Bernhardt. Turns, throws it up, no good, but he's fouled by Brayden Fogle. Arrows can stretch it out to a 7-point lead with a couple of free throws.
Arrows just on a roll right now, and everything is falling their way.
Oh, Bernie goes to the line. Got 8 rebounds today, does Bernie. 4 points. And no good off the back of the rim. Arrows now 10 of 12 at the stripe. So is Lexington, and a whistle and a timeout for Coach Hamilton here, and it is a full. We'll take one as well. Back with more after this. Arrows up 5 on iHeartRadio.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together, or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Swartz. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Arrows trying to pull the upset at home against the undefeated Minutemen. Young with the basketball, left side, pulls up on the baseline, throws it, Forup pulls it, jump shot up and in. Big one there for Brayden Fogle.
Yeah, big shot right there. He's got a really nice release, I like to say, you know.
Nice soft touch for Brayden. And he's got 14. Into the front court comes the Arrows. Bates with the basketball. Lex kind of trapping inside to Stewart. Stewart gives it up to Bernhardt. Now near side. Open three for Bates. He got it! Hey, Bates! And Bernhardt with a beautiful assist finds the open man.
Yeah, and here come the Arrows, right?
Arrows now up 7. Biggest lead of the ball game for Ashland. Fogle with the basketball, drives left baseline. He has it stripped away by Bates out of bounds. Nice defense there by Isaac Stewart.
Yeah, and Fogle's just frustrated all night, I'm sorry, because he just got the ball stripped. He wanted another foul.
Young to an open Husty, 3-ball, he got it. Gavin Husty with a big 3, and he can drain it. And that cuts it to a 4-point game. Bates with the basketball, 5:20 to go in the fourth. They get it into the front court to Stewart. Stewart pulls up, gives it to Bernhardt, right baseline, spins outside to Bates. Now outside on the near wing to Steury, and he's fouled by A.J. Young, who doesn't like it. That'll put Grayson at the line to shoot 1-and-1. Well, foul situation a little different here in the second half than the first.
Yeah, definitely different here.
At the line shooting 1-and-1 for the Arrows, Grayson Steury.
And the way the Arrows are shooting the free throws tonight, that's definitely a disadvantage for Lexington.
Free throw up and in. (45-40). Arrows on top. Make it 46-40. 5:09 to go. And a fourth. Here comes Forup, out of Moore. Moore to Young. They swing it near side. Husty left alone for a minute, but his 3-ball really impacted by the defense by Steury. It's no good.
I think Steury might have got a little piece of that one.
Might have. Steury into the front court and out of Bates. They're trying to get it out of Grayson's hands as quick as they can. Arrows with a 6-point lead, 4:40 to go. Now to Grayson, the double comes. He gives it up to Bates. As soon as he catches it, Grayson's getting doubled every time. And they're thinking about it and trying to figure out where to send it from. Grayson is getting harassed by Moore. Gives it to Bates in the near wing. Arrows still need to play aggressively. Outside to Kessler. Now to Grayson. And that's going to be a whistle. And what do we got? Should be a flop. Yep. Hudson Moore flopped. That's the right call, Dave.
It is. I don't know if I honestly think he might have slipped a little bit, but you can't call anything there on anybody on our team.
Coach Hamilton having a word with the officials. And line right. I'm not sure what the discrepancy is here. Grayson had the basketball. I think Coach Hamilton thinks it should be somebody else. Oh, that's right, because Kessler should be shooting.
Kessler should be shooting.
Yep, Kessler Bates will go to the line. Confederate move by Grayson to try to sneak himself in there, right?
Not a problem there.
You see it on the replay of the OH report.
Maybe could have went either way, right?
Could have went either way. Yep. Line right. Kessler up and in. Bates now with 10. That's his 3rd free throw of the night. Line right. Arrows with a 7-point lead can make it 8. In and out. No good. Rebound goes to Moore. Moore and the Minutemen into the front court. To the near side. A.J. Young inside to Forup. Out top now. Open 3 by Husty. He got it. Well, you can't leave that young man. We learned that in the first game.
Yeah.
Into the front court, Stewart with the basketball. Double comes up top to Bates. Near side, Bates left alone. 3-ball. In and out. No good. Rebound. Oh, Bernie should have grabbed it. Instead, tried to back tap it. Into the front court, Husty. Inside now to Forup. Forup cross court pass to Young. It's a 4-point game. Near side off Husty's hands and foot and out of bounds, or not out of bounds, but loose on the floor. Whistle. We got a tie up.
We still got a tie up.
And a whistle and a jump ball. And who has the possession arrow? It's Ashland basketball. Both teams fighting for that basketball. And Coach Hamilton's going to call a timeout, I believe. They've got 4. No. They need to get a wet spot on the floor, maybe. No, full timeout Lexington. So we'll keep it here, Coach. That gives me an opportunity to remind folks that each week throughout the high school sports season, we'll select the iHeartRadio Athlete of the Week. Presented by the Neil Cady Insurance Agency of Ashland and Norwalk, specializing in auto, home, life, and business insurance. Get a free quote at neilkadeyinsurance.com. That's Neil, K-A-D-E-Y insurance.com. See photos and read about all of our athletes at WNCOAM.com. This past week's Neil Kadey Athlete of the Week has 22 points tonight for the Arrows.
Yeah, it was Grayson Steury, if I don't, if I remember correctly.
Don't mind if I do. And you are correct, sir. And 47-43 here with 3:50 to go.
Yeah, and the Arrows with the ball.
Arrows with the basketball, 3 timeouts. They've got a couple of fouls to give. A lot of basketball left here. Coach Hamilton calls the timeout, trying to get his guys settled.
Yeah, trying to get them back in sync. They've kind of had a couple mental errors here in this quarter, so he's probably just trying to calm them down and say, hey, there's a lot of time left, like you just said. Let's just play our game, go back to it.
Arrows and Lex in a classic here tonight at Arrow Arena. Rivals. These teams don't like each other, that's for sure. Bates will trigger the inbound. Full court pressure, man-to-man, and inbounds pass knocked out of bounds by Moore. Arrows will retain possession. Baseline left. And Arrows with Bernie, Steury, Stewart, Bates, and Bates. A lineup we haven't seen at all until tonight. They're doubling Steury on the inbounds. They get it to Isaac Stewart, who gives it back to Bates. Bates into the front court, dribbling in the near court against Brayden Fogle. They give it off to Grayson. Grayson against Moore. Double comes from Fogle. Dribbling right of the lane, drives, attacks, kicks it cross court. Bates thought about a 3. He gives it to Bates. Bates drives to the hoop, kicks it near side to Grayson. Grayson dribbling a left hand, and he's fouled by Hudson Moore. I don't know why Hudson Moore thinks that's not a foul or has anything to say to an official.
Yeah.
You can see it on the replay on the OH report. He reaches in and gets it.
Right, he reaches in.
Cheap.
Smack. It's a lot of times that foul will go, but if you get it called, my other thing too is why are you jawing at the official?
Frustration.
Yeah, but I mean that's gonna end up working.
Not gonna help you.
Definitely a disadvantage for you, right?
Not gonna help you.
Not
You're
gonna
right.
help.
Line right, Stewart's first free throw's up and good. He's got 23. Second one off the front of the rim, no good. Stewart tried to tap it around and got a hand on it, but Hudson Moore comes up. Arrows have missed a few crucial free throws here in the fourth quarter. Hope it doesn't come back to bite him. Husty open 3 again, in and out, no good. Rebound Moore, turns and tries to throw it up and draws the foul. Oh, Hudson Moore so good at drawing those fouls inside.
Yeah, and he just had the ball and felt guys on him, so he's just going up.
Moore will go to the line.
That gives Bernie 4 fouls, too.
4 fouls on the big man, Nathan Bernhardt, 6'5" post player, freshman. Line left. Spins it up and in. And Hudson Moore is 6. Right around 70% on the season. 4-point game. Ashland 48, Lexington 44. Line left, up and in. 3-point game. Bates gets it into Grayson. Steury with a basketball in the backcourt. Double teamed, in trouble. Now he lobs it into the front court to Bates. Bates gives it back to Grayson Steury, and he has it ripped away from him. Oh no, here comes Moore. He steps to the basket and scores. 48-47, it is a 7-0 run, and inbounds pass is knocked away, but a foul. And Hudson Moore is going to get called for the foul, and there it is, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, right here they came storming back, and this is what you kind of expected. They weren't going away anywhere, but you're putting our best free throw shooter at the line.
Not a 7-0 run, like I said, 7-1 run, I believe. It was 47-40. So Grayson going to the line for some big free throws. Spins this one up, rattles around, and no good. Oh my. So Grayson all of a sudden struggled a little bit at the line, and that's not normal for him.
Yeah.
He has been fantastic at the line all season. Line right, Arrows need this one. Under 3 minutes to go, rattles around and falls home. 49-47, Coach Hess calls a timeout.
Yeah, that's a smart move by Coach. Because of that little run that Lexington just went on, it's a good idea to call that timeout and settle his guys down now.
Arrows with a 2-point lead. 2 timeouts remaining for Ashland. 3 left for Lexington. Grayson with 24 points tonight to lead the way for both teams. And he's playing well, no doubt.
And he's playing well with the defensive pressure that's been thrown at him all night. A lot of double teams and stuff like that all night at him.
Arrows trying to hold on. Been up most of the fourth quarter here and playing really good basketball tonight against a very good Lexington squad.
Yeah, Arrow's going to have to just gut check this one and fight it out so they can come up with the win here tonight.
It'll be Lexington basketball with a chance to tie or take the lead. Under 3 minutes to go. Lexington bringing it up right to left. Husty with the basketball into the front court, working against Steury. Gives it off to Fogle on the right wing. Up top to Moore. Moore gives it to Husty on the left side. They're looking for four up on that left block. He's got Steury. Kicks it outside. Open three for Depperschmidt. He drains it.
Wide open three.
And Depperschmidt takes the lead for the Lexington Minutemen, 50-49. Steury driving right in the lane, and he's going to get called for an offensive foul. That's a good call there, too. Little push off.
Yeah, a little push off there.
Well, Grayson picks up his first. And a 1-point lead now for Lex. They've come all the way back here in the last 3.5 minutes into the front court. Husty working against Grayson Steury, gives it off to Fogle. Fogle, and he traveled with it. And Brayden Fogle, getting harassed by Isaac Stewart, travels with the basketball.
Yeah, that was an easy call by the officials, too. He got the ball, took 3 steps, and then started to put the ball down.
11th turnover of the night for Lexington. Steury into the front court. Arrows down 1. Working against Depperschmidt off the screen. They got the switch they wanted. Steury drives. He's at the elbow. Fadeaway jumper. He got it! 51-50 Arrows. 2 minutes to go in the fourth. What a basketball game here tonight. Husty into the front court between the circles. They'll go 1-4 low. They give it off to Fogle on that right wing again. It looks like they're running Husty around on the screen. Now they're running some loops. Moore with a basketball to Husty. Top of the key around a screen. He gets open. Bernhardt steps out. In and out. No good. Rebound. 4 up. He throws it up and he's fouled. No good on the shot. Gabe Baith with a wise foul.
Yeah, actually, from my vantage point here, it looked like a nice low block by Gabe Baith, but I couldn't see that backside if he got him in the arm.
Got him on the arm.
Yeah.
And Steury actually got him too. So I think you could have taken your pick on that one. And here comes Forup to the line with a 1-point deficit. Spins it up and in. Brayden Forup with 15 points tonight, and Lexington 13 of 15 at the stripe. We're all square at 51. 1:42 to go in the fourth quarter. One more coming for the senior post player. Brayden Forup, line left. It's up and in. And a whistle and a timeout for Coach Hamilton. No, he calls one, and now he's down to 2 timeouts. Both teams with 2 timeouts. Take a look at the numbers here, Coach. And Lexington shooting 37% here tonight. Ashland at 44%. Ashland just 3 of 11 from beyond the arc, which is normally something they're really good at. They haven't taken that many shots, but they have been all over Grayson out behind the arc.
Yeah, and that's why I think they're 3 of 11 from behind the arc, because Lexington has done everything they can to harass Grayson Steury outside the arc.
Well, the Arrows now down 1. 1:42 to go. We'll see what kind of defense Coach Hamilton comes up with. What do you expect to see? Full court pressure again?
I'm expecting to see the full court pressure again, because they're doing what they can to try to keep harassing Grayson Steury so that he can't beat them.
Well, 1:42 to go, and I'm sure on the other end, if you're Coach Hess, you're thinking we have to get a matchup we like with Grayson.
Yeah, they're definitely going to try to get some screens and hope to get some switches down there so that Grayson can take whoever he wants to the hole.
Arrows come out with Bernhardt, Bates, Baith, Stewart, and Grayson Steury. It's Depperschmidt, Forup, Fogle, Husty, and Moore for Big Lex. They are big. 1:42 to go in the fourth. Kessler Bates will trigger the inbound baseline left. Arrows have put up quite a fight here tonight against one of the best teams in the state. Bates gets it into Steury. Steury into the front court. They've got 2-on-1. He's driving left of the lane, and he's fouled by Husty. And much like Hudson Moore, Grayson Steury does a great job of drawing contact.
Yeah, definitely. He feels a guy coming at him, and he knows to dribble right into him to draw that contact.
4th foul on Husty, and that will put Steury at the line with some big free throws, down 1. 1:39 to go. If you're just joining us, Arrows and Lex in a classic here tonight at Arrow Arena. Brandon Wells, Dave Swartz bringing you the action here on iHeartRadio. First free throw up and in. It's tied at 52. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. Arrows would be in the double bonus here on out, shooting 2. Lex in the regular bonus, and that one's up and in as well. Landon McFrederick going to check in for the first time here in the fourth quarter for Isaac Stewart. Here comes Lex. 1:35 to go. Husty to Fogle on the right wing. Up top to Moore. Moore top of the key. Picks up his dribble. Lobs it to Husty. Husty guarded by Bates. Goes short corner to Forup against Bernhardt. Left side on that baseline. Outside of Moore working against Bates. They tried to screen. He drives to the basket. Kicks it right side over to Husty, who thought about it. Instead gives it to Depperschmidt. Depperschmidt dribbling with the basketball. Gives it out to Husty. 1:10 to go. Arrows up 1. Here at home. Husty dribbling left hand all the way to the basket, and he's fouled by Bates. Bates got him on the arm.
Yeah.
4 on Gabe.
You know, I got to say, help side for the Arrows right there should have been step over and take a charge.
Help side a little late getting there. Tape will not lie on that one. Isaac Stewart going to check back in. Coach Hess thinking offense, defense with McFrederick and Stewart. First free throw up and in by Husty. He's got 9. Got a couple of big threes here down the stretch to keep Lexington around when the Arrows started to pull away. Another one coming to try to take the lead. 53 apiece. Line left. Husty. No good. Rebound knocked away, but Moore comes up with a loose ball. He's falling out of bounds and calls timeout. Oh, great play by Hudson Moore.
Yeah, nice heads-up play by the senior. As he's tiptoeing the line and falling down, he calls the timeout.
So the Arrows and the Minutemen all square at 53. 1:04 to go. Lexington now down to 1 timeout. Now, Coach, they're going to have the ball on the baseline. What do you expect to see here offensively?
You know, you got to expect that they're going to lob the ball, and they got the size to do that. Or they're looking to work the ball around the outside and get Husty an open 3.
I would be shocked. If it's me, I'm going to 4 up inside.
Well,
I'm going right at the freshman Bernhardt with 4 fouls.
Yeah, let's give him 5.
And that usually the doubler that comes down is Gabe Bates, and he also has 4 fouls.
Yep.
I'm trying to get it inside to Brayden.
I mean, right now, your doubler needs to be Kessler Bates, who hasn't fouled tonight.
Well, and Grayson with just 1. Landon with none. There we go. Baseline left. Young will trigger the inbound. Looking. They were looking for the lob, but they had Fogle. Instead, they get it in to Moore, or to Forup rather, not to Depperschmidt, and back to Young. 58 seconds to go. Back out between the circles. A.J. Young, Arrows in a man-to-man. Guarded by Bates. They're going to try and run it down, I think, and maybe hold it for a shot as long as they can. It's a long time to run. Young, left side. Comes up top. Working against Bates. Drives right of the lane. Kicks it underneath to Fogle on a baseline. He pulls it back out to Young. They're definitely trying to hold it. Inside to Forup. Double comes now outside to Fogle. Fogle. And there's 32 seconds to go. They're holding it, Coach.
Yeah. And the Arrows not putting enough pressure out there. They're just allowing them to hold it.
There we go. 24 seconds to go. Fogle with the basketball on the far side. Gives it to A.J. Young on the near side. Arrows need one more stop and a basket. Young drives to the hoop. Almost lost it. Gives it out to Moore between the circles. 12 seconds to go. Moore, right side to Depperschmidt. Little screen out there. Coming around with a left hand. Drives to the basket. Spins it up and in. 4 seconds to go, and Coach Hess calls timeout. Alex Depperschmidt with a tremendous take to the basket. Lays it up and in with a right hand on the left side of the basket.
Yeah. It's a nice move. I mean, what are you going to say? That was good defense by the Arrows right there.
Great take by the senior Alex Depperschmidt. So a 2-point ball game. Coach Hess calls one of his 2 remaining timeouts. 3.4 to go. You're down 2. They're going to put 4 seconds on the clock. The Arrows could, Coach, get it maybe to half court, past half court, and call a timeout and set up something else.
Yeah, they could get a nice long pass down there. You know, the old Duke long pass, catch that one and call a timeout quick, in my opinion. Not the throw it down there and turn
Christian
around and get a jumper like Christian Leitner, but.
All right, well, we'll see what Coach Hess draws up in the huddle, and the Arrows with a 2-point deficit and a chance to pull an upset.
And your other good option here for the Arrows, get Grayson Steury the ball on the swoop move.
Yep.
And, you know, he can get ahead of steam. He'll be able to come right down, and knowing him, he's going to want the ball, right? He wants the ball.
I'm thinking you're at home, you're down 2, you're going for the win here.
Yeah.
You're trying to get a 3 to Steury.
Yeah, I'm going for the win.
As you get into overtime, I think you might be in trouble. Bates with the basketball, baseline left. Hudson, the 6'8", long arm, long leg man, will be all over the inbound passer. Now he can run the baseline. Bates does. He gets it to Grayson on the near side. Into the front court. He's going to launch from 3. It's up. It is. Oh, no good. Grayson had a chance to win it. A good look. And Lexington's undefeated season stays intact.
You know, Grayson kind of lost the ball just a little bit before he was able to get all the way down to take his shot, but still for him that's a pretty good look.
What a ball game here tonight. Steury's 3 comes up just short. 55-53. Lex moves to 12-0. The Arrows fall to 3-10. Thanks for joining us over on the OH Report tonight. We appreciate it. If you're staying tuned here on iHeartRadio, we'll give you all the stats and analysis right after this post-game break here on iHeartRadio.
National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
folks, you don't know who I am. My name is Mason. We have a player interview coming up with stats in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
I'm here with our Sutton Bank player of the game, Brayden. 16 crucial points. How did you feel coming in, dropping this many points?
I mean, I just took the advantages that I could get. So, I mean, it's a crazy game, but we came out on top. That's all that matters.
Very close game with Ashland. Came down to the wire, but that crucial shot down with a few seconds left. How did you guys feel after that?
I mean, I was hyped up. That was a crazy shot. I love Al. So,
How will you take this positivity through this win into your next game, and who will you be facing next?
we got St. Mary's Memorial next on Sunday, and then, I mean, we just got to work hard in practice and get ready for them, play good defense.
How difficult is it to keep this undefeated streak going?
I mean, it's tough. Everybody's bringing their best game against us, so, I mean, we just got to be ready.
All right, we got millions watching. Is there anyone you want to shout out to in the camera?
Shout out my family.
There you go. All right, we'll be back with stats. Don't go anywhere.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
.53 your final here from the Aero Arena. Adam Thompson and Mason Neese hanging out with you post-game as we want to thank our collab this evening, WMAN Radio, and Brandon Wells along with Dave Swartz. Mason, this game had a little bit of everything, and one of the biggest things to notice was time control towards the end of the game. Lexington was down, and they were still slowing the pace. To me, it's a little bit of an unorthodox method, but you can't argue with the results. It definitely paid off. Can you recall a game where you're down and you're trying to slow the thing down?
There was a game 2 years ago in Shelby that I saw that they clock managed very well, and it's the reason they won that game. I believe it was against Ontario. Anyways, they held the ball on their side of the court for 3 minutes straight, didn't allow them to score once, and that was crucial for them winning.
It's just, I guess, again, the unorthodox. It's not the typical way you win a game, but when you're Lexington and you've got that undefeated streak on the line, who cares what's orthodox?
Absolutely.
Let's take a look at some of the stats of the evening before we wrap this thing up here. Field goals rather even. Threes, not a whole lot of threes this evening, but I'll tell you there was one pretty important one, and that was the dagger at the very end by Al Depperschmidt in the fourth quarter. And both teams, very tight defense.
Absolutely.
The refs they were letting them play. Definitely say that without saying anything more. They were letting them play, and it was a physical game. But it was a really good game.
It was very good. Very close, very down to the wire. You can never really tell who was going to – no team really took off, and when they did, the other team immediately caught up.
Yeah, I can't say for certain, but the lead never got to double digits either side, and I was actually kind of thinking possibly in overtime. But we didn't make it to that, so the turnover game pretty close as well. Fouls pretty close, and foul shots. If you see the numbers there, 18 of 22, 16 of 19. So, when the game comes down to 55-53, you're going to have similar stats. Some other key things to note, definitely Ashland frustrating freshman Brayden Fogle to a point where I haven't seen freshman look that frustrated. But it's just one game. He's going to bounce back. Fogle definitely still one of the hottest players in the area. But when you come into Ashland, you can expect a war, and that's exactly what the Arrows gave them this evening.
Absolutely.
We do want to thank our sponsors tonight. Sutton Bank, our MVP sponsor. Earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa, and Park National Bank as well, where you mean more. We want to thank everybody for tuning into this audio broadcast. Again, we want to thank Brandon Wells, Dave Swartz for calling this game for us. And thanks to Mason, who did an amazing job on his MVP interview, hanging out with me. Mason and I have been hanging out here at the OH Report for so long that it's really good to hang out with you, buddy.
I appreciate it.
All right, well, there you go. Again, your total from Ashland, 55-53. Lexington remains perfect on this evening, and that will wrap up our broadcast. Again, thank you very much, Mason. Thank you, Brandon, and thank you, Dave. But more importantly, thank you, the viewers. We'll catch you at another one coming up soon.